Welcome to AG Chelsea TV. In today's video we'll start with Chelsea in advanced talks to hire Enzo Maresca. Chelsea are reportedly now in advanced talks over hiring Enzo Maresca as their new manager as he closes in on leaving Leicester City to take over at Stamford Bridge. The Italian tactician impressed with Leicester in the season just gone, helping them win promotion to the Premier League by winning the Championship, and it now seems set to earn him a major new job. That's according to The Telegraph, who state that Maresca is now the clear number one target for Chelsea, with Ipswich Town's Kieran McKenna said to have pulled out of the race to replace Mauricio Pochettino. The report adds that CFC will have to pay around £10 million in compensation to Leicester for Maresca, but that will surely be seen as money worth paying for the West London Giants as they look to find the ideal candidate for their long-term project. Maresca might not be the biggest name in football management, but he's previously impressed with Manchester City's elite development squad, as well as working as one of Pep Guardiola's assistants at the Etihad Stadium. The 44-year-old also did good work with Leicester to guide them back to the top flight with an attractive brand of attacking football, so he could be perfect to get Chelsea playing the way these ambitious owners will want. There were some positive signs towards the end of Mauricio Pochettino's reign, but overall it perhaps didn't seem like the Argentine was quite on the same wavelength as Todd Boehly and Bedad Igbali. I worked with Pep, but do not expect Man City 2.0 if I become Chelsea manager. According to journalist Fabrizio Romano, Maresca is the front-runner to take on the managerial vacancy at Chelsea. When looking at his CV, what will stand out is his work alongside Pep Guardiola at Manchester City, where he was the Catalonian's assistant during the treble-winning season. But by his own account, before managing a single game at the King Power Stadium, Chelsea should not expect Maresca to bring a City 2.0 style to London. He is his own man. I've been lucky. I've worked under Carlo Ancelotti, Marcelo Lippi, Manuel Pellegrini, all fantastic managers, but in terms of understanding the game, Pep has 100% had an impact on me, he explained to Sky Sports. It helps a lot having worked with the kinds of people I have worked with. You learn things and at the end you create your own idea as a manager and as a person. It's just something gradual. The first idea was probably born when I faced Pep Guardiola's Barcelona team as a player. That was the first time I realized something different happened and I was curious to understand. So I started analyzing games and from there taking things from different managers. In the end, you create your own idea. It would be concerning if any manager who had worked under the greats, which Maresca has, had not picked up a thing or two along the way. But what should excite Chelsea fans is that Maresca will not look to simply copy and paste from the Guardiola playbook. Instead, he will look to forge a new approach based on several different styles, which could be greatly beneficial for the Blues. Chelsea to battle Tottenham for Sudakov. In the ever-evolving world of transfer speculations, Tottenham Hotspur has emerged as a contender in the race for Georgiy Sudakov, as reported by the Daily Express. However, their pursuit faces resistance from Shakhtar Donetsk, who are holding firm in their valuation of the midfielder. Sudakov's meteoric rise began last season at Shakhtar, where the 21-year-old midfielder showcased his prowess, earning recognition as one of Ukraine's brightest prospects. His performances haven't gone unnoticed, with clubs across Europe, including Tottenham and Chelsea, expressing keen interest in securing his services. Both London clubs have engaged in discussions, eager to secure Sudakov's signature before the transfer window swings wide open. However, Shakhtar remain steadfast in their stance, preferring to wait until after the Euros to maximize Sudakov's potential market value. It's clear that Shakhtar won't budge without a substantial offer. They're banking on Sudakov's performances in the Euros to drive up his price tag, reminiscent of the hefty sum they received from Chelsea for Mykhailo Mudryk. Chelsea are leading the race for Sudakov, with the club entering into discussions with Sudakov's representatives in recent weeks to get a gauge on what it would take to lure the youngster to West London. The report adds that Shakhtar's chief executive Sergei Palkin was invited to Stamford Bridge as a guest for the Blues' rampant 6-0 victory over Everton. This summer window, Sudakov, has a big chance to move to some big clubs, Palkin told reporters after the visit. Palkin suggested Sudakov would definitely be leaving Shakhtar for a top European club this summer and claimed many people had asked him about the playmaker during his trip to England. We have had some contacts with big clubs and some are not negotiating with us directly but are getting a feel for the summer environment, he added. He will definitely move to a top European club this summer. When I was at Chelsea versus Everton, many people asked me about Sudakov. Chelsea to HIJACK rivals for special £17 million Premier League transfer. Chelsea could look to hijack ongoing negotiations between Fulham defender Tosin Adarabioyo and Premier League rivals Newcastle United with dramatic late interest in the player. The 26-year-old is out of contract at Craven Cottage this summer and is believed to want away from the club, having spurned Fulham's efforts to agree on a new deal. Adarabioyo enjoyed an impressive Premier League season at the heart of Marco Silva's defence, his physicality and ball-playing skills catching the eye. Newcastle United were reported to be frontrunners to sign the player as the Magpies looked to avoid another campaign severely hampered by injury issues. Centre-backs Sven Botman and Jamal Lascelles have both sustained serious ACL injuries and will miss a chunk of the 24-25 campaign, making recruitment in that position a priority. Representatives from Tyneside were believed to be in London last week, finalising a £100,000 per week deal with Adarabioyo, but the Eye now reports that Chelsea could provide late competition to a free transfer. The outlet reports that the Blues are one of a clutch of Premier League clubs to hold talks with the defender in recent days, suggesting that his move to the North East is far from set in stone. Manchester United are another club heavily linked with a move for the defender, who is valued at £17 million by Transfermarkt. Sir Jim Ratcliffe is believed to be against splurging huge sums of money on single players this summer, making Adarabioyo somewhat of an ideal transfer situation. Chelsea are of course tied up in a managerial hunt after sacking Mauricio Pochettino, but Newcastle United are also spending energy elsewhere, pursuing Bournemouth defender Lloyd Kelly, who is also available on a free transfer this summer. And that's the final content of today's video. Like, subscribe to support AG Chelsea TV.